All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be uh, the host today, and I'll be starting a series which I call "Errors in Conventional Wisdom." Knowing for a fact that one of the ways to get ahead in life is to unpack from errors in conventional wisdom. If you really want to get ahead in life, one of the things you ought to do is to find errors in conventional wisdom. Okay, I always tell people that the reality we live in today is people's opinion. Okay, they're the opinions of people, of others. Somebody came up with the idea of 9 to 5. Okay, that people have to work from 9 to 5. It's someone's idea. Okay, so everything you see, most of the reality we live in today, most of the things we answer to, most of the things we consider as a standard of living, okay, is just people's opinion, okay, which automatically became our reality. Because when you respond to these things, to these opinions, when you uh, when you work with them, automatically become a reality. All right. Now, but unfortunately, most of this conventional reality or conventional wisdom was tailored, okay, was tailored not to work uh, in certain times. For example, as things are evolving, some of this conventional wisdom are becoming more erroneous. As things are evolving, some of this conventional wisdom are becoming obsolete. All right. Today, for example, I run a company, and for example, my staff do not resume in the office, and we're still effective. Now, before now, it's going to be very difficult, okay, to do that. Okay, so there's a whole lot of things that conventional wisdom. Okay, there's a lot of errors in conventional wisdom, and if you keep working and if you stick to conventional wisdom to a very great extent, you will notice that you're going to be meeting limitations in your life. Okay, you want to achieve some certain stuff, you just meet limitation because you're working with conventional wisdom. I give an example of a conventional wisdom. Now, before the internet, okay, we know for a fact that we are actually shielded from one another, in terms of time zones. Okay, so right now it's morning in Nigeria right now, and perhaps it's midnight in the US. Okay, so before the internet, okay, there's some sort of time zone slack, function during certain times because some other nations, okay, are not awake or their system is sleeping. But now with the internet, there are no time zone barriers. Okay, so there's nothing like time zone anymore with the internet. Because with the internet has been able to break the barrier of borders. So if you are structuring your business and you're still considering time zone, you're already putting a limitation on yourself that doesn't exist. If you're structuring your business and you're still keeping time zone into consideration, you're automatically creating a limitation that has already been broken by the internet. So, but there are certain things, okay, that we grow up to understand, we grow up to accept, we grow up to see, we grow up, okay, to, you know, to hold that they are a reality. And at least I tell you, some of this conventional wisdom were brought to being by people, okay, for their selfish reasons, all right, for their selfish reasons. It really hurts me to find out that in a great country like ours, 98% of the citizens that own a bank account have less than 500,000 naira in it, which is about less than $1,250 in it. And not like we have some sort of social security or some sort of welfare. So it tells you that there's a height, okay, the height of there's a big missing piece somewhere. And unfortunately, society is going in that direction. They're going in the direction of conventional wisdom. So this morning, okay, we're going to attempt, okay, in this series to address some of the errors in conventional wisdom. Now, for you to address these errors, the first thing we need to start from is that you need to find yourself. It's very important. You need to find yourself as a person. You need to find yourself. It's very important. Socrates said that the greatest gift a man can give to himself is for a man to know himself. And that's why I will say, man, know thyself. Finding yourself is a story to the beginning of time. Who exactly am I? Am I just some guy or some lady that has to wake up one morning and do this and do that? Is that just all about me? So you got to find yourself, because when you find yourself, okay, that's the beginning of your effectiveness in whatever you want to do. So all of this, what we're trying to do here, what we're trying to build, and that's why somebody who has found himself can easily accept or can easily, suck in the possibility of 18 weeks instead of 18 months, instead of 18 years. So when you have been able to discover yourself, there are some things that would seem impossible, okay, for other people to digest into their mind. There are some things that would seem very, very tough for other people to like suck in, okay, but it just goes in like that for you. Reasons because you've been able to find yourself. So it's a story to the beginning of time. And now you need to free yourself from some certain things. Number one, cultural conditioning. Cultural conditioning. There is an atmosphere, okay, that conditions us. Where we existed, okay, so for example, you would notice that if you are in certain surrounding, you can't function in certain ways. And that's a cultural conditioning. I remember when I was sharing this business with one of my friends, okay, in a certain country. He told me, he said, okay, people don't have money, so where are they going to see $500? Let's do $50 for them. They can afford $50. But this is my same friend, okay? Please, $1 billion, be active and quickly mute those people. Please be very
Yes,
active.
sir. Sorry, sir. I'm doing that, sir. Sorry.
Be very active. Now, I'm talking about cultural conditioning. Okay, this guy said nobody can afford $500 from where I come from. But if there's a $50, okay, people can afford $50. Yes, but okay, that's reality. That's what the surrounding has conditioned our business to look like. That's what the surrounding has conditioned the way we do our business. The fact that people can afford it, people cannot afford it. Then look at it today. Yesterday he called me and said, okay, people jumping in with $500 like this. And I was like, whoa, yeah, it was like people jumping in with $500 just like this. And I asked him, I said, friend, what changed? Did the government change? Did the government pump in more money to the society? He said he doesn't just know, but people now, all of a sudden, can't find the $500. And I told him, you know what changed? You broke forth from the cultural conditioning. You broke forth from the surrounding, from the reality that the surrounding created, which of course for me is fake, which of course for me does not exist. So I don't go to talk to somebody and I'm talking to him, I'm saying, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, we cannot afford the $500. Because if I am talking to him, okay, and I'm trying to sell pity to him, I'm going to see $500 so much. But when I'm talking to him and I'm trying to sell a hope to him, I'm going to see $500 as too small a thing to sacrifice to change his life forever. So what actually changed was that my friend, okay, now decided selling his business as a product of hope instead of a product of pity. Because the surrounding, the cultural, the culture conditioning and has conditioned us to sell pity to people. Always trying to feel that, oh, people can afford it. Always trying to feel that, oh, people can do this. Oh, people can get there too. And that's a cultural conditioning. And yesterday I was in a webinar and the man was asking and said, what if these two can, what if they can't get there too? There's a cultural conditioning that these people can get there too. No. If you're selling in the direction of pity, yes, they can get there too. It's guaranteed. It's a reality. If you're selling with a cultural conditioning situation, with a culturally conditioned situation, for example, they cannot get there too. The $300,000 minimum in 18 months or less becomes too small compared to the $500 or compared to the one tax you need to do. Because if you're selling pity, the $500 and the one-time tax becomes a whole lot. Yeah. Because of cultural condition. But if you're selling hope, it becomes too small. And you sit down and tell somebody, like, look at this thing carefully. Like, does this really work? Does it really worth it? So you as a champion, you as an apostle, as a financial apostle, when I mean a financial apostle, someone who's going out there to sell hope to people. Because what we're trying to do here is to sell hope to people. Yeah, we understand the situation in our country, for example, is really bad. But we cannot sell with that situation. No. We got to sell with the reality of what we want the situation to look like. There's a difference. There's a super difference. So when I'm talking to you, I am not looking at the situation of less than 2 million Nigerians earning over $10,000 per year. I am not looking at that situation. I refuse to have my business to be subdued in that cultural condition situation. I refuse. So when people say, oh, I don't know how to do, no. I don't listen to that reality. That's not my reality. Because the reality is the $300,000 minimum in 18 months or less. The reality is I cannot grow my income through those reports. That's the reality. That's the reality. That's the reality, friends. That's the reality. Any other thing out there does not exist. It does not exist. So you got to position your mind that way. It doesn't exist. Because every other thing out there is just an error in conventional wisdom. Number two, you got to be free from other people's opinion. You got to be free from other people's opinion. You got to be free from other people's opinion. Because at the end of the day, the car you're going to drive is your car. The house you're going to live in is your house. The schools your kids are going to attend, it's for the benefit of your kids. The last time I checked, you can check into a bank and withdraw money with other people's opinion. You can't walk into a car shop and buy a car with other people's opinion. You can go do your groceries with other people's opinion. You got to derobe yourself from it. You've got to unmax yourself from it. Okay? Other people's opinion. What are other people's opinion? Oh, this Bitcoin thing. Other people's opinion. What is your job? Your job is to what? To construct their mind. What is your job? Your job is to get them into your opinion. Because for you, that's the reality. So you must be willing to free yourself. So you're going against other people's opinion. Yes, there's an existing opinion out there. Oh, is this something we've done before? That's money and all of those stuff. Other people's opinion. That's what the word before we came created. And of course, it's a reality for them, but we are saying to them that that's a failed reality. We are saying to them that our reality is not enough to change their life. We're saying to them that our reality is not what they need. That's what we're saying to them. So we must be willing to free ourselves from other people's opinion. And number three, inaccurate conclusions. This is very powerful. Inaccurate conclusions. Listen, there's a whole lot of inaccurate conclusions out there. Listen, I don't know, some of us perhaps are going through inaccurate conclusions from our families. And they've told us, maybe you're past 30, maybe you're past 40. And somebody's telling you, man, we've concluded on you already. It cannot be extremely successful. Or maybe this is about your fourth or your fifth affiliate-driven business. And perhaps you've never made anything substantial. Or perhaps everything you've made, you've lost it. You know, inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion. You need to let yourself know that that's an inaccurate conclusion. Maybe people have always told you that, listen, I've always told you, get a job. Or someone has always told you, this thing you've been doing, are you not tired? Inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion. And whenever they're saying all of this to you, you're saying in the back of your mind, inaccurate conclusion, inaccurate conclusion. And you say, Sam, thank you very much. I understand exactly what you're saying. Thank you very much. But I know something for a fact. With all due respect, in my heart, is an inaccurate conclusion. Give me 18 months. Give me 18 weeks. I'm back with a testimony. I'm back with a change of lifestyle. I'm back to clear your doubts. I'm back to show you that yes, I can. And what Ms. Brown would say, he said the best revenge is massive success. Is massive success. And that's what you need to do. You need to go head on against inaccurate conclusions about your life. They're not your life. It's not real. It's not you. You got to free yourself from inaccurate conclusions. Oh, yes, you've done something that perhaps you led people, and innocently you led people and they lost money. Because of that, inaccurate conclusion, say you're a scam. Yeah, are you a scam? No, your heart of heart. You know, it's a scam. Inaccurate conclusion. Inaccurate conclusion. Inaccurate conclusion. Remember, you drew these things as a child and an adult that became your beliefs about who you are. But that's not you. That's not you. You need to find yourself this morning. You're listening to this video right now. I'm saying to you right away, that's not you. You need to find yourself. These things you drew as a child and an adult, they became your belief. They became your reality of who you are. But that's not your reality. Those things are inaccurate conclusions. Those things are other people's opinion. Those things were some purely conditioned situations. So you have to go ahead on with it and know for a fact that these are errors in conventional wisdom. The error in conventional wisdom would say a man who has failed should not be given another opportunity to try. That's the error in conventional wisdom. A man who has failed should not be given a second chance. That's an error in conventional wisdom. I don't know exactly who I'm talking to right now. But friends, you've got to free yourself from conventional wisdom. You got to free yourself from those cultural conditioning, from other people's opinion, from inaccurate conditions. And then, well, do you do it? How do you do this? You have to return to yourself. You got to return to yourself, friends. The best version of you is you. I tell you for a fact, man. You want to fly like an eagle? It's you. Everything, wherever you are today, whether you're successful and you want to be more successful, whether you're not successful and you want to be successful, it doesn't matter where you are today. Going forward, you got to return to yourself. Knowing something for a fact, that behind every successful man are unsuccessful years. Behind every successful man are unsuccessful years. Behind every successful man are unsuccessful years. Only those who try have in their history, marks of failures. And that's it. So How do you return to yourself? First of all, you have to unlearn it. You have to learn. You have to learn these things, this conventional wisdom. You got to unlearn it. I'm going to be running this series. The least thing you can do is to exempt yourself from any of this series. This every morning, listen, I'm so passionate and I'm so determined in 18 months to deliver 200 billion years. I'm so determined about it. I just pray God help me. And it's a reality, friends. It's a super reality. And so we're going to be doing this every other morning. I'm going to be getting, because, it's not just about the skill of presenting. It's not about, an opportunity can be great. An opportunity is capable of changing your life. But listen, friends, if you not return back to yourself, if you not grab a hold, if you know how to grasp who yourself is, it becomes like business as usual. It becomes the same thing over and over again. You'll do it the first day, the second day, the third day, and this reality sets in. This reality sets in. This other people's opinion sets in. This inaccurate conclusion about you sets in. And by the fifth day, what happens? Start withdrawing. Start withdrawing. But remember, those are errors in conventional wisdom. You got to unlearn them. You got to unpack them. You got to evacuate them from your mind. And you got to shit yourself. And that's why all through this journey, friends, let's stay together. Let's bond with warmth. Let's bond with strength. Because we know exactly where we're going. We know exactly where we're going. We know exactly where we're going. There's nothing that can stop the mind. Like even in the Bible, in Genesis 6, for example, when they were trying to build the Tower of Babel, you know what happened. Even at some point, the attention of God was called. Reason is because these guys, there's nothing that can stop them. If common people, common human beings, humans like you see, somebody who wakes up one morning and says that he wants to build a flying car. A flying car is what? An aircraft. Do you think these guys were answering yes to conventional wisdom? Do you think they were answering yes to conventional wisdom? Right now, we're sitting there today, and perhaps you're listening to me in different parts of the world, and there's something called the internet. For somebody to sit down and think about the possibility, do you think this guy was answering yes to conventional wisdom? You didn't think this guy was listening to other people's opinion? No. The man that changed the world, a man that said no to conventional wisdom. No. They created their own reality. That's why I want from every one of us. We've got to go out there to create our own reality. So why for some people, okay, the 18 weeks is impossible. But for a man and woman who is determined to create their own reality, to rewrite their history, to put their footprint in the sand of time, it's possible. It's possible. Because now they've returned back to themselves. Because their real self, there's nothing impossible for them. Their real self, what we're trying to do is not what has not going to be done. Yes. Look at the income you're trying to make in 18 months or 18 weeks. Some people make this kind of money every other week. So stop thinking that the money is too big for you to earn. No. Stop thinking that way, friends. Don't allow your present financial situation, okay, to block or to put a blind, okay, in front of the reality of what your financial future could look like. Stop looking at the amount of money, so big. In my 18 months ago, I'm going to earn as much as 1.2 billion or 18 weeks, or in total, I'm earning over 3.something billion. And this money is going to repeat itself every other year. Or I'm earning over $5 million, or is this real, or whatever. Friends, there are people who are doing it already in other industries in the world. So, why not you? Why not you? The conventional wisdom will say, it's not possible. Because we have been programmed to believe that when we spend 40 hours a week, okay, the best pay for us is $250,000, $300,000 a month. And somebody's coming to tell you, some young guy putting on a white t-shirt right now, having a headset phone, is telling you just work for 30 days. And you're like, that's not possible. That's a stupidity. It's a get-rich-quick scheme. Listen, that's conventional wisdom. Conventional wisdom would say, walk till you die. Then your reality is that all you need is 30 days. All you need is 30 days. So I want you to go out there, because what we are actually championing is against conventional wisdom. What we are actually championing is against the reality, which we don't believe. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. What we are trying to do is the reality. What they're living in is not the reality. We need to get them in. That is it. We need to get them in and tell them for a fact that this is the reality. This is where you should be. Living in your house, that's where you should be. Driving the car you want to drive, that's where you be. Being able to reach out and help more people, that's where you should be. Going for vacations the day you want it and the place you want it, with who you want to go with, that's where you should be. Don't forget, there's a lot of people have already done these numbers. So you're not trying to do something out of the world. So keep that in the back of your mind. Unlearn, unpack, and evacuate that impossibility, because it's not your reality. It's not your reality, friends. It's not your reality. In the process, get this. I don't want this to stop me. Okay, good. So my conclusion is this. What we've been trying to do in the last few minutes is the process of remembering who you were before the world got its hand on you. So what I try to do right now is I attempted to take you through the beginning of time, discovering who you are. Because the real you should not be in lack. The real you, okay, should be able to do whatever you want to do, when you want to do it, whoever you want to do it, where you want to do it. That's the real you. And it's still possible. It's still possible. So it's a process of remembering who you were before the world got its hand on you. Before the government got its hands on you. Before the 9-to-5 idea got its hands on you. As a baby, remember, we could think anything. We could just wake up one morning and say, we want to own a private jet as a baby. But somebody said, when reality sets in, oh, it's not possible. That's it. So, thank you very much. And we're good to go today.
Catch up on the aspect of, well, you've spoken very well, thinking outside the box and stuff like the conventional wisdom. But I really don't, well, it's